Here's a first for Idaho. We've apparently just opened our very first safe haven box in the entire state. It's down in the Grove Creek Medical Center in Blackfoot. So actually relatively close to here, also relatively close to the Potato Museum.
You're going to have to explain what that is.
So basically a safe haven box is a drop box for babies. So if someone were to give birth to a child that they recognize that they couldn't care for or didn't have the means to take care of or something like that, they can take them there, put them in the drop box. It's completely anonymous. It'll trigger a silent alarm that will get medical staff to go check on the baby and take care of them. So it's sort of a great way to surrender your child for adoption without having to do any paperwork or deal with people. You can just do it anonymously, quickly, and, guilt-free, more or less.
Okay, we are really switching gears here, but this seems important. This is, you say it's the first of its kind in Idaho?
In all of Idaho.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, which is kind of nuts to me because I feel like, personally, I feel like this is something that should be in every big city, at least. And by big city, I mean like the biggest cities within that state.
Yeah.
The thing is that there are just kids who are born in situations that that aren't well suited for them. Well, all the time.
I hope this doesn't happen to you, but if it does,
right,
this is an option.
The thing is, no one ever wants this to have to be used, but it's so much better than a kid living a life where they feel completely unwanted, where they're abused, neglected, all of the horrible things that can happen to a person, and instead they're put into a safe place and given up for adoption to people who actively want kids. I
don't mean to use language that sounds insensitive, but it's a unwanted baby drop-off.
Yeah, basically.
Is what it is. What?
And I don't even necessarily want to use the word unwanted, because this baby could be wanted, but realistically, some people recognize that they just aren't equipped to deal with it.
Right. This is like the modern equivalent of dropping off a baby.
Mm-hmm. Leaving it on an orphanage doorstep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or putting the baby Moses in a river.
Right.
I mean, wow.
Instead of risking your kid being eaten by crocodiles, you now can know that they're going to be well taken care of.
I'm glad we've progressed. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens to the baby afterwards?
So basically, there's a silent alarm that's triggered when the box is opened. Medical staff go in and attend to them, make sure that they're all good, basically clear them health-wise, and then after that, they're put up for adoption. And also, I mean, what better parents than people who are actively working to adopt a child? Because that is a process.
There's people who are desperately wanting a child.
Right. And rather than putting this kid in a situation where you don't know if you can care for them and they might not feel cared for, it's so much better to give them the chance to have a better life, And at least this way, whether you're a teen mom who's somehow hidden her pregnancy from her parents the entire time, or you are a full-grown adult who just recognizes that this is not the time for a kid, you have this option to, give them to someone who can and wants to take care of them rather than putting them in a situation where that might not be the option.